Good morning and welcome to the week of August 10th through the 17th, 2026. Last week, many of you know that I went to an astrology conference in Crestone, Colorado, and I kept trying to post something about Lionsgate while I was there. It would not go through every single time. I tried everywhere I could. And when there is a lot of resistance like that, I stop and listen. I've been thinking about that since and doing some deep listening around why that might have been. And then I did a whole bunch of research yesterday when I got back to my place in Taos. And now I know what doesn't align with what I was trying to post. The Lionsgate portal falls on August 8th. So it was 2 days ago, it was Saturday. And the number 8 is the infinity symbol. So August 8th, 8-8 has come to represent flow and ease for many people. And I often offer my Lionsgate portal workbook, working with the gate that the sun is in, gate 7, which is a leadership gate, and this idea of flow. I didn't offer it this year. I didn't get the opportunity to really edit it and bring it into this year's energy, just didn't present itself. And I didn't really know why that was. The energy this summer has felt really racy for me. And the opportunity to sit down and edit it and really move into this planetary craziness of this summer just didn't come into clarity for me. As some background, as we celebrate Lionsgate today, it's a relatively new holiday, although its roots are ancient. In 1998, an astrologer read the summer's eclipses, a lunar eclipse that landed on 8-8 and a solar eclipse that fell on Regulus, the heart of the lion. That reading for one season became the basis of this holiday that many of us celebrate as Lionsgate. That doesn't eliminate the significance, but it's young and it's still growing into what it means. Lots of people have made it into something really big, and some people are sort of doubting the significance. But what the Egyptians held was really different and in many ways more interesting. Sirius disappeared into the sun's glare, so it didn't disappear, it just was hidden out of sight for 70 days and then came back at dawn. This announced the Nile flood and the new year. The Egyptians didn't call in the flood, but they prepared for it. They built the canals for it. The flood brought abundance, and that is the part of the story I'm interested in sharing right now. The invitation to build something in response to what we're shown, what this crowded astrology is showing us. This year is different than the ones before it. Many people talk about a portal opening around this date, and many people talk about how the energy of it is open for more than just that day. As we approach August 12th, the moon passes directly between the Earth and the sun. This is a total solar eclipse and the first one over mainland Europe since 1999. We also have the Perseid Meteor Shower at its peak with no moonlight to veil it because it's a new moon, so the sky will be dark. And so it will be the best viewing in years. And right before dawn, we have a planet parade with 6 planets together in the sky: Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. We are in gate 7 as I write this, and this is the leadership gate, where the wisdom comes from listening. The animal totem on my Sacred Wild Oracle deck is the wolf. The wolf leads through attunement to the whole pack. No voice is louder than the others. Tomorrow we move into gate 4, which is the possibility weaver. And in the Sacred Wild Oracle deck, this gate carries the medicine of the chameleon. The gift is understanding, to hold an idea as possibility, as a seed, and allow it to sit in darkness in the soil for a while before it needs to prove itself. The shadow of this gate is freeze. The mind says, wait, will this work? Is this the right answer, the right way? And the questioning, the doubt steps in before the idea has had time to root. I felt this exact thing watching one of my favorite gardeners this week. She plants with abandon, with a carefree energy that I admire. And she admitted her squash and watermelon were now tangled together and fighting for space because she hadn't measured or followed a strict plan like a more meticulous gardener would have. And I saw myself in that immediately. I'm trying to plant a garden of my own right now behind our shop at our new house, and the perfection of it has me frozen. What goes with that? Where should this go? What protection does it need? And how do I do all of this without getting it wrong? That is Gate 4's shadow exactly. And its gift is the chameleon's playfulness, trying on a color, standing out or blending in, changing shape without shame, but with curiosity. Because there's no wrong answer in a garden that is still becoming itself. We are gardens that are still becoming our true selves. I love that. The city is forgiveness, the deep knowing that every attempt, tangled squash vines and all, feeds the larger intelligence of the thing you are actually growing. So maybe that's the real invitation this week, with the eclipse and the meteors and the 6 planets parading across the sky, all asking for attention. Just to plant the thing, to hold the seed and allow it to germinate. Not all seeds grow. Not all ideas stand the test of time. Maybe the wisdom comes from seeing what the imperfection has to teach us. I have been so curious about why astronomy and astrology were separated. Astronomy shows us what the sky is doing. Astrology asks us what it means for us, standing beneath it while it happens. This week, with all of this going on in the energetic atmosphere, it is worth our attention. Go grab a telescope and watch it happen. I am going to watch and pay attention. Notice the subtle shifts or the nudges. What if we prepared our lives to receive or built the more metaphorical canal instead of wishing for a flood? The wisdom in astrology and astronomy opens us to consider our individual lives and the greater collective. They ask us to open to wonder and discernment at the same time. Isn't that what all of the noise in the world is asking us to do? Maybe this alignment in the sky is supporting us in this challenging endeavor. I have nothing to prove tonight, this week. I just have a sky worth looking up into. I go deeper into this in the IU. Perhaps I'll see you there.